Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the show. It's my show. Yeah. Okay. Haha. Perfect. Haha. Let's do it. I don't know. Good. I don't know. Like that. Share my live stream. Watching with me right there. So, hi. I need it. Please. This is the place to be. Hey, we're sharing things. Huh. Speaking of sharing things, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to share what Severe made me a long time ago. Yay! Artwork. And that's me. And that's me taking off my wolf costume. Piss on you. You. Haha.
Anyway, welcome. It is a very special day, believe it or not. It is a very special day. We start the Ethiopian Bible today, which is the missing books from regular Das Bible, only on our account right now. It's only some of them. Because I ran out of Bible funds. I'm not allowed to buy any more Bibles. But luckily, when we found out about this Bible, it was Christmas. So I was able to get it because Christmas. And so I got the $18 one. It was on Amazon. They have a lot of them on Amazon. But I got the $18 one. Okay. And this $18 one has some of the same books that the whole Catholic Bible has in it. Because the Catholic Bible also has a lot of the missing books from Das Bible. But this has a few books that I have never seen before. A few books of the New Testament that I have never seen before. And if you know me, you know I have a real hard time with the New Testament because I don't believe any of it outside of the story of Jesus. Because I believe Jesus did say that shit. Yes, he did. He talked more shit than a little bit, and I believe every single bit of it. And I don't think it was over exaggerated because the Jesus in my head is a motherfucking gangster. Look, he really, really is. The Jesus in my head gives no fucks about nothing. He's shit talker from way back. That's what I think. As for this Ethiopian Bible, I don't know what it says. I did look at these books once before, but I read them without understanding. Well, that's not true. I only read the book of wisdom, and I had no idea then, and I have no idea now. So I want to read this. Is somebody giving me drive-by pills? Yeah. Oh, that was me. I reposted my own status because why why not repost your own status? And I definitely didn't mean to do that if I did it. Anyway. Um so I don't know. Really, I don't really know where to or even what to say about it because I thought Miss Muddy would be here because I'm changing my time because 11 p.m. is a little too late for me anymore. I'm growing out of my baby clothes into my grown-up clothes, and 11 p.m. is too late. So I'm trying to find a sweet spot time. And this is well, actually, I was supposed to be doing this a little bit earlier, but I haven't been doing very well today, like at all. I have not been doing well at all. So I did it now. And you know what? I didn't share it in Discord. Because I know I didn't share it in Discord because I don't share things in Discord. Oh, what? No, Discord's right. Where the fuck is Discord? Oh, there it is. Okay. Discord. Jack, don't meow at me. I don't have any ham. Yeah, I hear you, Jack. I don't have any ham. What is that? Oh, okay. It did share it, I think. What the hell? Pill.net, the Bible lady. Yeah, but what is this, though? Okay. I don't know what that is, but I shared it. Maybe I'll share it here too. Just in case you don't see it there, you can see it here. Which they're both the same place. So, yeah, we'll attempt that. Okay. Now let's get on to the Ethiopian Bible. I have no idea, but I know that Miss Muddy wanted to be here for the beginning of it. Well, she wants to be here for all of it because she's reading along with me. But she might have to catch this one on the replay group, which is really sad because I was hoping Miss Muddy was coming. Maybe I can just message her like, hey, Miss Muddy, you're supposed to be here. I know what to do. What a edit message. How do I? Okay. I swear to God, I had this stuff prepared. No, I'm lying out of my ass. And you know, it might help if it might have helped if I would have shared my YouTube because she ain't gonna have at Miss Mud Duck. Yep, there. She let's hope she gets along with that or goes along with that or sees it. Okay. But in the meantime, in between time, um, I don't know. But I think people are waiting for me to go live at 11. But I've been saying it. I can't go live at 11 anymore. I have to go live earlier. And I don't know if I should read this or not with people not here when this is supposed to be an everybody experiment. Mm, I'm torn between two things right now. I don't know. Do I go on without them? They might be really mad if I went on without them. I don't know. Me no no. Fuck. Okay. Okay, here. We're gonna do it. Man. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the prayer of Manasseh. And remember, Manasseh was Joseph's youngest son, and he was the father of the people who split themselves in two. One went one way and one went the other way. So each side of the six tribes, each one of them were 6.5 or 5.5 because the Manasseh was split in two. Okay. Um, okay. So here we go. Okay. PR Man 1. I don't know what the fuck that means, but PR Man 1. Oh, Lord Almighty, the God of our fathers, Abe, Isaac, and Jake, and of their righteous seed. Who? Okay. Who are you talking about? I don't know who they're talking about. Okay. Anyway, uh, that has made heaven and the earth with all their adornment. Thou hast bound the sea with the word of thy commandment. Thou hast closed the abyss and sealed it with your fearful and glorious. Knock it off. Both of you, knock it off. Y'all too. I'm going to get you both. Okay. Now, commandment. Close the abyss. Sealed it with your fearful and glorious name, who all things were, and tremble before the face of your power, because the magnificence of your glory is unendurable and irresistible. The wrath of thy threatening against sinners, the mercy of thy promise is both immeasurable and insecurable, inscrutable, inscrutable. Okay, well, whatever that word is. For you, the Lord, are most high, compassionate, long suffering, and most merciful, repenting the devils of men. Repenting. Okay. The evils of men. You, Lord, according to the abundance of your goodness, has proclaimed repentance and forgiveness to those who have sinned against you. And the multitude. Hold on. I'll answer the chat in just a second. I'll answer you in just a second. Oh, this is. That's as good as it's getting. Oh, hold on one second, please. Oh, that really hurt my eyes. Okay. Note to self, don't look directly in the light. That was terrible. And I'm so glad you're here, Miss Muddy, because I was fretting over reading this without you. Hi, Neil. Hi, Miss Muddy. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad. But we're reading the prayer of Manasseh. And so far, it's an ass kissing prayer. He's telling, listen, big guy. I'm not saying, no, I am saying this is an ass kissing prayer. It's telling God all the wonderful things. Okay? And that's pretty much what we've been going through right now is how God is awesome and merciful and oh, okay. Wait, where the fuck and the multitude of kindness thou hast uh decreed for sinners repentance unto salvation. Surely you, the God of the just, has not appointed repentance for the past. For Abe, Isaac, and Jake, who have not sinned against you, but you have appointed repentance for me, a sinner. I have sinned above the number of the sand of the sea. My transgressions are multiplied. They are multiplied, and I am not worthy to look at or see the height of heaven, for the multitude of my iniquities, being bowed down by many iron bonds, so that I cannot uplift my head. And there is no release for me, because I have provoked your anger and have done evil before you, not doing your will or keeping your commandments, but setting up abominations and multiplying offenses. And now I bend the knee of my heart, beseeching your goodness. I have sinned, Lord. I have sinned, and I acknowledge Roman reigns. No, I'm sorry. It says, I acknowledge my transgression and pray and beseech you. Release me, Lord, release me, and do not destroy me with my transgression. Keep not evils for me and anger forever, but condemn me to the lowest parts of the earth, because you are God, the God of repenting, and and in me you will show your benevolence. For that, what? No, hold on. Because you are God, the God of repenting, and in me you will show all your benevolence. For me, unworthy, you shall save according to your great mercy, and I will praise you continually all the days of my life. For all the hosts of the heavens sing to you, and thine is the glory forever and ever. Amen. Yay, things are happening. Ooh. I think that we're gonna start like trying to I'm gonna start trying to do this stuff at like 9:30. Um but I think people wait for me to go on at 11. But I've been saying it for days that I have to change my time. So am I gonna have to I'm just gonna have to wait days for people to remember that I changed my time, maybe. Now there's a prologue, but it looks like it's literally a paragraph long. I figured, Miss Muddy. But this is the prologue, and this is what it says about this book. So I guess we read the prayer first. So the prayers to help us get through the book, maybe. Because it's going to be terrible and we're going to need a prayer to get through it. I'll just take that as what that means. Okay. So it says, this is the history of the divisions of the days of the law and the testimony of the events of the year. Oh, the events of the year, of their year, weeks, of their jubilees throughout the years of the world. As the Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai when he went up to receive the tables of the law and of the commandment, according to the voice of God, as he said to him.
Moses! Ha ha! Yay! I'm so good to be back. Yeah. Look. Yeah, I'm so good to be back. Yeah, finally. Maybe we get to tell her story, Moses. Yeah. Okay. So wait a minute. Miss Muddy! I get to talk to Moses. Yay! You get to talk to Moses. Maybe they'll talk about that time that I made Aaron dress like a madman. Look, do you remember that? I remember that. Look, I was so mad at Aaron. I hope they talk about that. Man, I love reliving that moment because fuck that guy. Yeah, that guy shit all over me. He made me a cow. Have you seen me? I am not a cow. Well, you haven't seen me. Because if you saw me, you would be dead and then I wouldn't have no friends. So, yeah. But I'm definitely not a cow. Anyway, I've gotten over that. That is trauma. My therapist said I need to get rid of because no one really cares. Everyone knows I'm not a cow. But every once in a while, when I think about that shit, brother, I get so tired. I get so angry. Yeah. Nobody likes me when I'm angry. And you've read about when I get angry. Yeah. I'm shitting on everybody. I don't even care. That's probably the only time you could call me a prima donna and not piss me off. Well, actually, it'll piss me off then too. But at the end of the day, you wouldn't be lying when I do things like that. Because looking back on it, it's a bit prima donna ish. Like I'm like a wrestling diva. I'm Godiva. I'm just kidding. That's chocolate. Godiva chocolate. I think it's Godiva, but I wanted to be a wrestling diva. Okay. Anyway, I know I'm a smutty. I'm going. I'm going. But I'm just so happy I could talk to Moses. And then that made me think about Aaron. And they don't make God-sized Prozac. So I got to calm myself down in those situations because they don't make medicine for it. Oh, and did I tell you what happened to Nikki earlier? Let me tell you. Listen, Nikki was at Dustin's mom's house, right? Right. And for some reason, like her sugar, her blood, everything just dropped off and she started passing out. And then the cat started freaking out. And then she had to take her medicine. But then, even taking those emergency seizure pills, they didn't make it any better. Yeah. And then she ate some ham and some baked beans and macaroni and cheese, and she was okay. Then she started passing out again, falling all over the place. Yeah, it was a thing that happened. Yeah. And she's been falling in and out of it for a long time. So we're like, read the Bible, get through it, you'll be okay. So that's what we're doing. So that's mostly why me, God, and God Voice is taking over uh, a lot today. Because, well, I guess it's Nikki's body. It wouldn't really matter, but I just want to take over. Any excuse to take over, I want to take over. So, anyway, yeah, Nikki's had a rough time today, but it is okay because she has a cookie and some coffee. And Dustin bought real people's cigarettes because we went out of the house. So I got real people's cigarettes. Well, me, God and God Voice. I didn't get real people's cigarettes because if I smoked cigarettes, they would be real people's cigarettes. But Dustin got Nikki real people's cigarettes because they left the house today. Oh, and I changed my shirt. Yeah, I did such a good job. I left the house and everything today. Yep, got a shower, changed my clothes, got real people cigarettes, and then just fucking passed out everywhere, all over the place today. Yep. But it's okay because I got a cookie, and the cookie seems to be helping. Yeah. So how many minutes are we at? How many minutes? We're at 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. They're white chocolate chip butter cookie. No, white chocolate chip cookie butter cookies. No. As a matter of fact, it is, I'll tell you how much it is outside. I don't know how to tell you how much it is outside. Well, this doesn't fucking tell you either. That's bullshit. Uh, oh, I don't know how to tell myself how cold it is outside. Where the fuck is my phone? Tell me how cold it is outside. It is 22 degrees outside, mostly cloudy. But Dustin said this week it's going to be like below freezing all but 1 week. Yeah, it's crazy. It's 41 there. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to snow all through the Midwest and East Coast. Yeah, it's supposed to be really fucking cold. And Supersonic works at the drive-through. She had to buy like special clothes because she's got to work outside. Um, but wait a minute. She had to buy special clothes because she's got to work outside because she works at the drive-through and the drive-through is outside. It's like a garage that's a store. It's a garage store. Hey, drunken wizard! Check it the fuck out. Look, you know what's happening? You know what's happening right now? We're starting this book called the Ethiopian Bible. We're on Jubilee 1, but I haven't shut up to even read it. But I hope you're sticking around uh, for this Ethiopian Bible. But this Jubilees has a lot of fucking chapters. Oh my God. It might be longer than Genesis and fucking Exodus put together. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, 50 chapters. That's slightly longer than Genesis, which is 48 chapters. And I think just as long as Exodus. And then it's a book of Enoch that everybody says is like the book. Like, read this book. We don't know what it means, but read it. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't even fucking know nothing about it, but okay. Hey, do I know you? Ginger nuts. Does he know you? Oh, and also, um, Drunken Wizard. I'll be going live at about 10:30 or 9:30 every night now. I'm gonna try to start going live uh that early because a lot of people that watch my show on the other side work too late. Drunken Wizard's been here 1,000 times. Ginger Nuts, does he know you? Yeah. Gotterati, bum a CD. Yeah. 9:30. Got it. Yep. Yep. Because that'll give me time to call my dad, take my medication, make a cup of coffee, go pee, smoke a cigarette, and hit the play button. Why don't you have any bourbon? One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. I ain't seen my baby since the night before when I'm drinking shots of bourbon, whiskey, and gin, right? No, isn't it? I hold on. I ain't seen my baby since a night in a week. I gotta get drunk, man. I gotta do something. It's something again. I'm taking shots of bourbon, whiskey, and gin. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's happening. I've been here. So, I guess this is my introduction to the Ethiopian Bible. What the fuck, man? Why don't I ever learn to shut up? But I'm telling you, me, God, and God voice right now has to take over because Nikki is not doing so well. And I know it's like Nikki's talking to you, but if Nikki had to talk regular like Nikki, I have a feeling it would not go as well as it's going right now because Nikki is not doing so well. She took a bath and changed her clothes, and now she is sickly. I'm blaming it on that. You start changing one thing, man, you get sick from it. Taking a bath made Nikki sick. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That is so not true. That is not true. But it sounds like it's true when it's in God voice, don't it? But speaking of that, did you hear about the guy who never took a bath? And then somebody made him take a bath and he died a week later? Yeah, that's because germs keep you alive. They keep you more alive than they do keep you sick. Yeah. And I think the hand washing and the hand sanitizing and the over germ removal of your houses is what made people the sickest, fastest. Because as soon as you start getting rid of germs, you get new germs. And then if your body all of a sudden becomes not used to germs, you're going to get sick. That's why you got to let your baby be dirty. You of course you give them a bath, but you don't protect your child from germs. They get sick that way. But I tell you what, I didn't change a fucking thing except for drink tonic water all through the COVID shit. Everybody got sick but me. Still have a ban on American booze. That's because Canada sucks and they know America has the best booze. Why do we have to change chat? No, don't change chat. What? Why are we changing chat? So, what exactly is the Ethiopian Bible? Oh, no, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Okay, the Ethiopian Bible. Hold on, I'll say this in Nikki voice.
Okay. Okay. The Ethiopian Bible is, you know how everybody's like, King James got rid of Das Bible. Well, King James did get rid of Das Bible, mostly. Um, the Ethiopians kept a lot of the Bible. Well, pretty much they kept the whole thing. And they wouldn't let King James get to it because they wanted to preserve it. And then somehow it ended up with the Catholics, and they made their own Bible out of. Now, this part I'm not exactly sure because the Catholic Bible has a lot of the same missing books as the Ethiopian Bible, only it has more of them. But supposedly, I can't check it because I don't have the money to check it. But apparently, there is over 1,000 books that were taken out of the original Bible that King James didn't want in the Bible, and Ethiopia has had them this entire time. And I don't know when they released them. I don't know. I know I just found out about it. So I went ahead and got the $18 version. Miss Muddy and we got the $18 version of the Ethiopian Bible. But we're also supposed to be getting in contact with Catholic Bibles, although I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. Uh, because we are going to read them. As many Bibles as we can find, we're going to read them. Well, aren't they allowed to like be their own country and shit? Don't you guys have that loophole? Because there's a loophole here, but nobody's brave enough to pull the fucking trigger. But there should be no need to pull the trigger on splitting America up like that because we weren't built for that. We were not. And that's what is funny about everybody's like, we could have free healthcare. Yeah, but our country wasn't set up that way. And that would knock us back to the Middle Ages with trying to figure out this shit. Our country was not built on the government takes care of everybody. Our country was built on we take care of ourselves. And to change that would be catastrophic. Because, first off, nothing gets changed overnight. And second off, imagine that problem of everything falling apart at one time. Hey, cousin, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we are starting at a new time because 10 o'clock is, or 11 o'clock is just too late. And we're going to end this after 11 o'clock. But I'm going to have to, I have to start going to bed earlier. Do any of you guys play Helldiver 2? Because Dustin plays that game and it makes him cuss a lot. It does. It makes him cuss a lot. Um, so tomorrow we're starting Jubilees. And the Jubilees is their festival every 7 years. They have a Jubilee. Um, so this had to have been written. Um, I don't remember when he gave them their Jubilees. It was towards the end of Moses' state of being. Um, but apparently, in this first Jubilee, they went all the way back. And I don't know if it's when God gave him the first set of commandments or the second set. It hasn't really specified. And I guess we won't really know. Well, actually, maybe it would be the first set of stones, especially if they want to get into how bad Aaron pissed God off. If they're getting into that, it would be the second set of um commandments because God, no. If they get into what happened with Aaron, it would be after the first set, during the second set. That's absolutely right. Because he got pissed off at Aaron when he was writing the first commandments. Yeah, that's what happened. So hopefully they go through that because God laid it. Man, poor Aaron. And I'm not even going to say poor Aaron because he literally called God a cow. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. And he really did do that. And God was really mad. Ah, man. See, I think horseshoes would be fun, but my dad said I'm too crippled to play. But I told my dad, I said I could play cornhole. And my dad said that's not horseshoes. And I said that's stupid because I can play cornholes. Or your elbow, your hips or your elbow. Yep. Speaking of, ooh, man, okay. Okay. Darts is definitely a game. Sports shooting could be considered a game if you're shooting for sport. And chess is also a game. It's a game of intellect and strategy. It's a very difficult game to play. Very. Like, I think I'm smart until I go to play a game of chess. And then it's like, oh, yeah, I'm not smart at all. Yeah, I don't know. Ow, why does that hurt so bad? Carnivals and Fago. Just trying to tell you all about the light, right? Why? ICP is stuck in my head. You're so far away from the camera. Really? You know I have it like this. So you don't see how far I really am from the computer. And I have it set up here so you can see the lights back there. Because Dustin picked those lights out for the party pen. Like sometimes it's like, he doesn't think about the party pen. But no, he really does think about the party pen. He's like, this will look really cool in your background. And it's like, yeah, I could get it really cool in my background. Ow. Son of a biscuit. And plus, if I got closer to the camera, you would see how ugly I am in real life. I would much rather you guys think I'm beautiful. And plus, who wants to put on makeup at 9 o'clock at night? Not me. I don't want to put on makeup at 9 o'clock at night. There was this one time that I did try to wear lipstick. Just lipstick. And I don't wear makeup in real life. I don't wear lipstick either. So, and Dustin said something to me one time. Why do you wear lipstick on the video? I was like, because I got to be beautiful. And he's like, you're wearing lipstick on the camera. Yeah, because I don't wear makeup or lipstick ever. So if I'm wearing makeup or lipstick, there's a reason. And I'm a very untrustworthy person. So, where did my cousin go? Trying to tell you all about right. Okay. Is Miss Mud Dog still here? I'm asking about my cousin, but where'd Miss Muddy go? Did you guys scare her away? Productions, did you scare Miss Muddy away? Oh, you got customer. Oh yeah, I forgot you work. My bad. See, I have main character syndrome. I told that to Matt, the dude that runs the other site. I I told him that also because I text him questions when he's on his vacation and on the weekend. Oh, I'm getting drive-by pills. I hope somebody shows up on pill.net. We could give them a great hello. but I'm getting drive-by pills instead. I would never scare the duck. Well, then where'd she go? Did you leave her in the water too long? Man. Ducky, kaboom! Man, I wish I knew how to make cartoons because I would make a cartoon of a duck in a wolf costume. Maybe if Severe ever comes back when Miss Muddy's here, maybe he can make her a little duck picture. She is here. Oh, so Neil's holding her hostage. Let my ducky go. Don't make me say it in God voice.
Let my ducky
Go. Haha. Let my ducky go. Oh. Well, that's okay, preacher. I'm glad to see you here at this early time. I got back from a party. Then, damn it, why is the cat outside? Hold on. Let me go let Maynard in. I'm coming, Maynard. I'm coming. No, I'm coming. Look, what are you doing? In the house. Let Miss Ducky go. Hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. Who's the best good boy? Okay, I'm back. Oh, yeah. Productions, I thought you were here when he changed his name. Oh, the ginger nuts thing totally caught me off guard, too. I had no idea it was Neil. He had to tell me. But I think the whole ginger nuts thing says he's a redhead with a fire crotch. Yeah, God literally just said fire crotch. Yep, I said it. Man. Do you know what I found out? I found out the Undertaker is actually a redhead. And I don't even find redheads that attractive. But I had no clue he had red hair. Yep. No, it's ginger nuts. It's a redheaded crotch. Yeah. Where is seven? Could be both. I, yeah. Seven hasn't been here in a little while. Well, He was here yesterday, kind of, but I think my ragging on the numbers thing might have scared him away. But in my defense, I said I didn't know any of that stuff. And I also said that number shit is one of the reasons why I read the Bible in the first place. Because it doesn't need to be that complicated. So I don't know if Seven's ever going to show up. Well, and talk, because he only wants to talk about the numbers thing. So I don't know. And yeah, as long as Chris didn't go and electrocute himself, he should be here. But they did have that giant ass fire. So he might be displaced because they had that giant ass fire. Oh, the gematria shit. Like, remember, like, the numbers mean letters, and the letters from the numbers is a message from God. And you gotta know the first large letter in every sentence comes out with a number of the value of the letters, and it spells a message. It's very, very, very complicated, convoluted, and really it could say whatever you wanted it to fucking say. And that is one of the things that I told him, is that it could say whatever you wanted to say, which is one of the reasons people have a problem when I listen to Asian metal, because you never know what they're saying. They could say "Kill America," and it's your favorite song. And I said that is absolutely true, but it is a good song, and those are good messages apparently. So I can't stop him from doing any of that. Chris is a Fed, yes, yes. Well, no, he'd be more like a mercenary, a hired contractor. But remember, he fucks around with the electricity. The mother, but he said he doesn't mess with um.
Electronics that will zap him. Although I've never heard of an electronic that wouldn't zap you. But apparent, yeah, humans are very weird. You think he's a total fed? See, people that tell me they're feds that watch my channel, it's hard to take them seriously because, everybody on the online wants to be more than they are in person, including me. I would like to assume I am a gentle person because I'm gentle on the online, but I am not a gentle person. And it's hard to pretend that I'm a gentle person. But I try to clean up my act on the internet and don't make me seem as bad as I am. I've been to prison more times than I can count. I have nothing I have no relationship with my children, any of them. And yeah, I'm a whole fucking mess outside of this computer life. I'm confused about everything. Really, the only thing I'm sure about is what I say about the Bible. Is the only thing in my life I am 100% sure about. Shit, what's happening? You are far away from the camera. Okay. Bourbon forgot his chicken cock. What? I don't know what the fuck is happening. Okay. I'm having a smoke break. Your bourbon night is chicken rock. Oh, there's Miss Mud Duck. Why didn't I see this? Oh my god, hold on. Okay. Nobody is coming on the pill right now. I would never scare the duck. My duck is here. We are well 420. I'm going to smoke right now as we speak. Okay, Neil caught me off guard. They're weird. I'm about. Wait, I'm trying. I learn about paranoid people by following them around, Nikki. Well, you shouldn't do that. You're learning about me? What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything you want to know. But just know a lot of it might make Dustin mad. Who wants to say fuck this and open up a learning? uh, if things don't change, I might be open to some nefarious activities. Well, I would stay away from nefarious activities because the government watches my channel for some god awful reason. Tell us the story and pray for us. Yeah, we really liked when Neil would panel, then poof, he was done. I don't know what that means. Hey, good night, Neil. I don't think I. If that means come on the live stream, you did come out. You did come on my live stream before. But that was when we were on here for like 6 hours. I got in a lot of trouble for that. Why are you doing 6-hour live streams? Because I'm awesome. Yeah. Tampon Tam loves to go leering. No, let's wait to do a panel. That way we can do it in the beginning of the stream and just work it all the way through the stream. Because nobody on any of my streams are really watching but you guys. And nobody's going to go back and watch a 6-hour stream, especially when I didn't read any of this book at all, except for like the beginning, like the prologue and shit. That's what I get for breathing. Real life problem. Man, it is a real life problem. So, how is everybody doing? I don't know if my chat is working. What's a good hit? Shit. Hold on. Let me read this shit. Okay. I'm fantastic. Panel next week with guest Neil. The wives and I will be there. Okay. Part of me doesn't believe that you'll be there. Hey, that sounds like one of the psych pills that I take. It sounds just like that. Yep. And I have to take it because apparently, well, first off, my therapist said I don't change my clothes because I have severe depression. And I told her I don't change my clothes because I don't want to be cold. And then she said, no, that's depression. And I said, no, it's not. I don't want to be cold. The only thing I fear is dying in the bathroom. Do you know how many people with brain injuries die in the bathroom and nobody finds them for a long time? Yeah, lots of people. Lots of people with brain injuries die in the bathroom and no one finds them for a long time. And that is my fear of dying in the bathroom and nobody finding me for a long time. Because, well, first off, I don't want to be folded in half on the toilet. And then they've got to crack all my bones to make me lay straight. That seems like it would hurt. And, well, I don't want to be a hurting ghost. Well, anyway, yeah, that's my fear. I don't want to die in the bathroom. But anyway, my therapist told me that that is highly irrational. And I told her, no, it's not. But anyway, they have me on all these psych pills, apparently, because my dopamine is messed up. I said, well, how do you fix it? There's no way to fix it. You can like take cold showers and do that DDP yoga shit, but because my brain is broken permanently, I'll always have that. So they can't exactly get rid of it, but they can ease the symptoms with some shit that sounds like that uh drunken wizard. And the one really can't. I know she can't stand me, and I don't even know why. I am pretty awesome. And I tell you guys about my fear of dying in the bathroom because who the fuck does that? I do. So she should love me because I am literally insane with the papers to prove it. And also I could be a star role in the actorship for bum bitch number one. I could be an extra. I could be bum lady number one. She thinks I'm a commie. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Listen, you know, uh, I have been kicked out of my house. Well, tried to be kicked out of my house at least 13 times over President Trump. And it's getting closer and closer and closer because I get yelled at about the news that I'm banned from because President Trump. And I will stick up for him even if I don't know what's going on. I will cry for him. I'm terrified for him. I love him. He's on my juggalo. He's behind Jimmy Juggalo. His hat's right here. You know, I love President Trump. I am far from a communist. But I live with communists. And it is not very peaceful when Trump does things. And then I giggle at it because he doesn't fucking mean it. Especially about the Greenland shit. Like that's one of those look over there and not over here things. He's doing something. He's doing something that he doesn't want people to see until it's over. He's just fucking around with Greenland, making them all pucker their buttholes. And I bet you he's laughing at them like, you have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to read all this stuff and I can't. It's really hard. I want to die peacefully in my sleep. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. You passed out in a hot tub? What is happening? Well, I guess it would depend on what spirit you're filled with. My dad died in front of a big boys. He had a heart attack and died in front of big boys. Well, it's now known as Elias, the Elias brothers, but it used to be Big Boy. But my dad died in front of there. Well, my real dad. The fat man is not dead. Oh, did I tell you what's happening? Production, Drunken Wizard. My dad is gonna take me in the summer to see midget wrestling in Pigeon Forge. Yeah, we're going to see midget wrestling, and it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, big boys. Sure did. One more drink and I'm out. One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. I ain't seen a baby in a night and a week. I'm going to the Bible, ladies. I'm going to hang out in the party pit. Come on, motherfucker, let's do it again. One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Yeah, did you guys love that song? Nikki K, I rap with Gotarati. Buy my CD. Yeah. That's the best song ever. I don't even care what y'all say. It's the best song ever. Nikki K, Gotarati, buy her CD. Yeah. Some words are happening. Yeah. Just yeah, just one more. Oh, I'm getting drive-by pills. Man, maybe people are over here at the foxhole. Nope, nobody's over at the foxhole. But they're giving me drive-by pills. Yeah. Those are likes. And also, don't forget to like my content because it's amazing. Yeah. One bourbon and one scotch right here. I'm at the party pin and I'm not drinking beer. I got me some bourbon sitting right here. I'm gonna get drunk, man, and listen to Bible Lady. I'm gonna get drunk and praise the Lord. One bourbon, one scotch. I'm right here. Yeah. We just made a whole song. Look. We just made a whole song. I'm not even drunk or high. I'm not really feeling good, so I can't be smoking weed anymore. My head's all messed up. Even the wife that doesn't like you appreciates you being authentic. Well, I highly appreciate that because I am way more authentic than I should be. Because even Dustin is like, you shouldn't say some of that stuff, especially about changing your clothes. And it's like, well, y'all see me in the same t shirt for 5 days. I don't go anywhere. And it's really fucking cold. So I forget to change my clothes and I don't want to be cold. But I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be that gross. Is your suggestion sing more songs? Maybe start and end the show with a prayer. Well, see, I did not ever even think about that. Because, my channel in the first place, I did not believe in Jesus. Like, I didn't believe in Jesus until I actually read the fucking story. All through the first time I read this Bible, I didn't believe in Jesus at all. Because there's no fucking way God is like, oh yeah, worship this other guy. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, God wouldn't do that. So it took me a long time. And again, like I said to Seven, my purpose in reading the Bible was to take all the number shit out of it, take all the deceiving shit out of it, and just read what it said. Specifically, what it said. And I didn't believe in Jesus until after I read what Jesus actually said and what God actually said. Then it's like, okay, I could see that. So now I'm on Team Jesus. And that is the reason I won't read the New Testament ever again. If I could go the rest of my life without reading that book, I will. Because I can't keep my composure. I can't keep my composure with a lot of this book, but with that book specifically. Book 3, from Acts down. Oh, well, wouldn't it be? No, it would be Acts. The story after John is Acts, right? Or is it Romans? But I think it's Acts first. Yeah. Starting, and that book, like the first fucking chapter of that book is a lie. Where they're talking about Jesus' mom and how she was with him. When Jesus, 3 days before that, told everybody he didn't even know her. That she didn't do anything, God said. And they were calling him crazy before they even got to the Sermon on the Mount. And then they're going to, Jesus' mother Mary and his brothers, they were there the whole time. No, the fuck they weren't. And from that moment on, that book has gave me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. Well, I've never done any snake handling or anything. I'm the raccoon whisperer. I don't do snakes. I do. Can we have a meeting? What are we having a meeting for? Yeah, do you want to come on the online? I have a suggestion. Hold on. I have a suggestion. Okay. Let me get down. 1. Okay. Maybe start with a prayer. Okay. I want to get drunk, man. Listen to me. I want to hang out with the pen and party. What are we having a meeting about? Yeah, I want to have a meeting. Are you coming on the online? No, I don't do anything like that. I speak in ghetto. That's what I speak in. I speak ghetto and redneck, and sometimes pig Latin. But I have to listen very closely to what you're saying. I don't understand Carney, but I know some of the Udiga language, which I think might be Carney, but I'm not totally sure. But I can understand it a little bit. Woodaga, Udigu, Doodagu, eat it in. No. Woodaga, Woodaga, Wooda what, Artigar, Udigu, Dudaga gooing. Something like that. Yeah, because I keep trying to catch the chat and it's actually on a time delay. It's a delay. I can see it up here on my screen before I can see it down here, but I can't read my screen. Carney, someone that works at a county fair. No, the Carney that wrestlers talk to each other in the ring instead of saying full sentences. They talk Carney. They can talk full conversations in 3 words. Like, you know how foreign people do when they look at you and they say some shit, but it's only like 2 of their words, but it's a full fucking sentence? Yeah, the guys down at the corner store tried to do that shit to me. And I was like, do you got something to say? Like, I'm from Detroit. I'll smack that bitchy look off your face. You got something to say? Oh, yeah, no. What is a demon to me? A demon is a thing that I keep in my fucking basement. And I already told it. You come up here, I'm calling fucking Jesus and don't think I won't. Yeah. I won't even do the salt and sage. I'll just call the guy. It's like, I don't fucking know if you know about me, but I'm just gonna call the guy. But a demon is only a problem to those with weak minds who have no barriers in their mind, who know of God but don't know God, and they're easy to interrupt in their brains and take over that way because they don't have a strong mind. They have no willpower, which I'm telling you, when it comes to speed, I have no willpower at all. When it comes to PCP, I might have a little bit of willpower. But like crack, cocaine, shit like that, I've never had the opportunity to say no, but I know myself and my need for speed, and it would be very hard to say no to a demon like that. And that is a demon, a bad thing that creeps into your life because you do not have a strong mind. You do not have faith, not only in him, but in yourself. You know, you don't have the strength to keep yourself away from the things that are controlling you. Demons don't even have to be entities, they can be things. Things. Things are demons. People are demons. Places are demons. and they are really hard to get away from because they suck you into their misery by reminding you of how miserable you are. So you can be miserable with these things in this place with these people. And it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. All right, what's your next question? I love this. I wish I could have a Q&A one day. Wouldn't that be cool? You could ask me all kinds of questions. And well, I mean, you can ask me questions at night too. You said you wanted to get to know me. So let's get to know me because I want to get to know me too. Because believe it or not, I am extremely lost. And the only time I feel found is with you guys. Which I guess this would kind of be my dopamine drip. Now, like if I could find a way for this to be a privilege for something I've done, but it's not really a privilege for something I've done. It's a privilege for something that I am doing and I've done religiously for the past 8 years. Yeah. And the only time I feel is when I'm with you guys. You are the best imaginary friends ever. Damn it, did I lose chat again? No, chat's right there. Okay. I get my own personal dopamine trip. Yes, 8 years. I started making videos on Rumble. Yeah. And then my YouTube channel actually got started 8 years ago, so I've probably been doing this a lot longer than 8 years. But I have been reading the Bible 8 years. And did I miss? Stop. Okay. What is a demon? Okay. I'm at the right part, right? Yeah. Okay. Nobody is on the pill anymore. Well, nobody is on there. See? There is somebody else here. Okay. Okay. There we are. And Drunken Wizard, you're Pentecostal, right? That's what you said. You're Pentecostal. Well, My daughter's little boyfriend is Pentecostal. Okay, I should say his mother is attempting to be Pentecostal, but she does not. I am a drunken. Okay, so what else do you want to know about me? And if you already asked me a question, I did not get it because my chat is being stupid. But if you ask again, I can see it. And you can ask anything you want. Okay. Well, just, the classy things. And if you got to ask me a super personal question, word magic it to be something semi decent that I could probably answer properly. Yeah. And I'm mostly just kidding about the classy part. I don't even know how you would ask private questions fancily. Well, what else are we doing? And you guys have me on the online at least for another half hour or whatever. I guess until you're done asking questions. I'm not exactly on a time limit, but it is Sunday and tomorrow's trash day. Who would ever? Oh, Neil, you're supposed to be in bed. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Pentecostals are a bit nutty. No offense or anything, but I went to a Pentecostal church one time. And the second that dude started jumping up and running in circles, and yep, I was freaked out and done. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. This is not good for any of the mental disorders that I have. This is a bad place for me. Good night, Neil. Or are you talking about Michael's grandfather? Dear God, we come to you on this day. Well, I suppose it's an important day for everyone that lived today. But we pray that tomorrow will be a great day for Neil, especially on James Earl Ray Day. I mean Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, let him have a good break. Although he's Canadian, so I don't even know if he gets an MLK Day. But if he does, give him a good one. And if he doesn't, still give him a good one. Because good ones are things that people need. In your name, I pray, amen. Are you going to bed? Okay. Was that a good prayer? We can say amen. Neil got a good prayer. Neil has a good life, apparently. Look, I got a bunch of drive-by pills and message and alerts. I don't know what that means, but I got them. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. Okay. No, Neil is good people outside of the online. He has to be a good people because he tolerates himself, right? And if you can tolerate yourself, that means you're good people. Even if other people can't tolerate you. If you can tolerate yourself, you're doing a good job. Wee. All right, Drunken Wizard, you got another one? Have the wife that doesn't like me ask me a question. Well, not rapid questions. I talk too much. But you can give them to me one at a time. Why did God create evil? Because you won't know the good without the bad. And also, God created evil so he could test David. Well, okay. That's the reason he put his own evil spirit on Saul was to test David. And then earlier in the stories, there was Ahab and Jehoshaphat. And Ahab wanted to go to war, right? But Jehoshaphat was like, no, I think you need to talk to the last prophet. And Ahab didn't want to talk to Micah because Micah talks shit about Jehoshaphat and says God told him to talk shit because God probably told him to talk a lot of shit. And Ahab did not want to call Micah, but Jehoshaphat made him. And then God, in the meantime, was talking to his angel, right? He was talking to all the angels, and he's like, which one of you wants to tell this guy to go to war? And the one angel was like, I'll do it, and I got a plan and everything. So he confused all the angels to tell Ahab to go to war because God wanted to kill Ahab so he could make his prophecy come true or whatever. So all the prophets are like, yeah, go to war. It's a good time. And there's a dude that even made some antlers and was riding the antlers around on his head like, oh, we're going to gourd the people. And then they go get Micah and they tell Micah, tell Ahab that he can go to war. And Micah's like, I don't know if y'all met God before, but I met God before, and no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to say whatever God said to say. So while this angel is confusing all these other prophets, God tells Micah, tell him not to go. And then, no, tell him to go because I got a plan. So Micah gets down there and he tells Ahab, yeah, no, go ahead and go. And then Ahab was like, no, you're talking shit. You're trying to kill me. And Micah was like, yeah, but God said you could go. And Ahab is like, I don't trust this shit. And I think he threw Micah in jail. And he said, keep him in jail till I come back. And then Micah's like, if you come back, bitch. And Ahab and Jehoshaphat go to war. So Ahab thinks he's being smooth, like smooth operator. So he changes clothes with Jehoshaphat and then rides off. And everybody goes to Jehoshaphat because they think it's Ahab because he's wearing Ahab's clothes. And Jehoshaphat shits his pants. And then the other guys are like, this is not Ahab. But as Ahab was running off, there was a guy who shot a bow and arrow and hit Jehoshaphat right here. But he was in a carriage. So I'm not exactly sure how this happened because Jehoshaphat was in a carriage. No, Ahab. The guy shot Ahab right here while he was riding away in his carriage, but somehow got shot and then died in the country that he was fighting. Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, God creates evil, so you know what is good. Now, see, that's the thing, is sometimes he doesn't. He has to rewind. That's why he's always punishing generations from before for what the generations of the past do. Because he got busy playing his video game and then the world fell apart. So now he's backed up a little bit. He's like rewatching the tapes. And he's getting mad as he's rewatching them and then punishing the new people. And they're like, why are you punishing us? And it's because this guy back here did this thing, so you guys suck. It's something like that. That's why he always tells the later generations that, or like the descendants of these people, your ancestors are going to judge you because God is back in time watching YouTube, trying to catch up. He's watching highlights and shit. That's my thought. And God sees everything. I don't know if he knows everything, but I think he just watches one YouTube channel at a time. He's always on Israel Live all day. He's always watching what's happening in his land because Israel was God's from like the beginning. That's his house, literally. Literally God's house is all of Israel. And he cares about the land. Maybe not so much the people, but he definitely cares about the land. That's his place. But his house, I think he made his house in Judah and Jewland and what is it? Judah, Jewland, and Israel. Those are God's place, but God's house is in Judah. God hangs out in Jewland. But all of Israel as a whole, that's his place. That's why when everybody's like, it's a new Jewland, it's a new Judah, and it's here in America. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. God is going to change the people, and they are going to go back to him, and it's going to be a new Israel because they're going to be different. He's just waiting for them to call on him, and then he'll fix it. But then when he fixes it, we have to watch out for what happens after that. Because God said he will hurt the people that helped Israel and the people that hated Israel. They will have the same fate. So it doesn't fucking matter what you do to help these people. And I'm sure when it comes to the future thing, like if you prayed to God and asked him for something that you want or to help you get this thing for in the future, God will help you get that thing for in the future or something better, depending on the choices you make. God will help you with the choices you make if they're good, but he's not going to help you if they're bad decision making. But again, questions like that, that I can't answer them because I literally anti-preach, which means I don't preach anything at all. I just say what the book says. And again, as far as I can tell in the book, God is still catching up at this point in the book. God is still catching up. He's watching what happened and acting accordingly. But I know that whole, like, look, I was watching Pass a Dudley Boy, Dudley Boys Wrestling when Vince McMahon split up the Dudley Boys and then Devon Dudley was the preacher. And a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, I had said something about that. Devon Dudley should be a tougher preacher. But it's like I'm watching old school shit. He's not even a preacher anymore or whatever. And then the day after I said that, Devon Dudley made a video. I don't live and die on the Bible. And then I thought in my head, oh my God, he saw my video. Like, I totally didn't mean that. I was back in fucking 2002, even though I was in prison. I, I felt like, man, this is brand new. But it's only brand new to me. This shit happened in 2002. So, that whole mind fog thing, that is real life. Oh my God. Nobody's gonna watch my video. Allow it as part of the plan. God don't allow anything. He doesn't allow anything. It has to happen. Remember, Earth down here is angel boot camp. We are angels up there. And God sends us down here to get salted by the fire, to become tough enough to be warriors up there. Because remember, we're fighting the evil. And Jesus said, you have to be good in the world and good at the world. You have to learn how they are. You have to be better than them. Because children of the light are not smarter than children of the dark. We come down here to learn how to outsmart them up there. Because remember, Jesus said the demons are winning. God is trying to get as many of the weirdos down here as he can. Because we are in the world. We are with these motherfuckers. We know how to survive among the monsters, among the wolves. We fit in to get in. We all dress like wolves so we can fit in. We are all different kinds of animals. We are all different kinds of personalities. But we're strong enough to make it through. And that's the only thing you have to do. You have to make it through. And Jesus walks with you like halfway. Once you get halfway through your shadow, through your bullshit, you meet Jesus. And you hold his hand and he lets you meet his dad. And then you go up there to the battle. And we win. Because that's what we have to do. We have to win. No, as a matter of fact, there's a thing in here in the Bible about that. The fathers drink wine and the children's teeth are set on edge. That means the daddy gets drunk and he beats them. And again, that has nothing to do with God. That is just how it is down here. And down here is the devil's place, you know. And we can choose to be good or we can choose to be bad. Those are things we choose for ourselves. And, you know, we choose to fight back or we choose to stay stuck in it. Those are all things that are choices that God gives you. And if you fight for yourself, God will fight for you. If you don't fight for yourself, God's not going to fight for you. And that don't mean physically. That means emotionally, like you fight for yourself. You keep your own head up. God will help you. God did not create the devil. The devil created himself. What I think happened. And there's a lot of mythology on angels, and I don't know how fucking people get that. I don't know. Maybe they have those fake dreams that Mormons have. I don't know. But I think the devil was created when God asked the angels who knew how to be deceptive. And it never says what happens to that angel or what happened to God's evil spirit that he put on Saul. It never said any of that ever came back. And also in the story of Adam and Eve, God gives them directions. And then he goes and plays video games. And then his pet snake gets out. And if God knows everything and sees everything, then he set them up, knowing, purposely letting his snake out to see what happened. And knowing Adam was asleep and Eve was just out and about doing woman things, that the snake could get to the woman. God knew that shit was going to happen because he set it up, if God knows everything. But I don't believe God knew that, because the first question he asked is, what did you do? And the first thing Adam did was lie. He blamed the woman instead of, even though it kind of was her fault, he blamed her, but then she blamed the snake. But God punished all of them. And really, if you ask me, the first sin was a lie. It was a lie and a blame game, because really the first thing he did was blame God. Adam actually blamed God, and then he blamed the woman. See, why are you asking me these questions? Stop it. You know I cannot answer these questions. Yeah, but again, what can God do about that? That is people's choices. God God can only change people's minds, you know. He he probably doesn't even know about those children. No, I think Satan, just like in the prophecy, Satan yearns for love. He wants God's love. He yearns for love. And he says, hell is just not being able to hear God. Hell is not knowing God. That's what Aragon, who played the devil in prophecy, said. And I think it's something close to that. Hell is where you go when you can't feel God. And if you want to keep asking me troll questions for no fucking reason, I don't think children go to heaven. If we're all born in sin, then children don't go to heaven. Or we're not born in sin, and that's what we choose. You know, some of those things have to happen for the greater good also. Some of that shit has to happen. Remember, it's like a game of Risk down here on Earth, which is why it's boot camp. Each player, God, the devil, whatever God is playing Risk with God, they all have a move. They all have a turn. So when one thing happens, it's a God making a chess move or a Risk move. You know, it's something like that. Because I said in the beginning of the Bible, you remember, God plays Risk by himself. But then other gods come in and start playing Risk with them. That's why they all have the same kind of creation story. Because each of them got to set up their own part of the board. Everybody starts somewhere. So the stories are going to be similar. Because the start of the game starts the same way for everybody. Well, they troll questions. uh, Not a weapon, a question. Well, just keep in mind, Drunken Wizard, some of the shit I can't answer because I'm not a preacher. I'm not trained in God. Although I would be considered an expert. I've been doing this long enough and I kind of have an idea of what things mean, but I probably can't answer any of your questions the right way because I don't understand the Bible like other people do. And a lot of the times I have to ask Miss Money for help. Did Drunken Wizard really leave? Drunken Wizard, don't leave me. He did leave. Don't leave. Did he leave? Don't leave. Oh, if he left, I'm going to be devastated. Wait, I don't know what you said. Hold on. I love you, Sage. To ask you questions. Oh, good. And I did ask you to ask me questions, and you should. But just keep in mind, I'm not a preacher. We're just having a conversation. We can have a conversation. Just do know some of those questions are even hard for a person who knows what they're talking about. And at the end of the day, some of the terrible things that happen are for the greater good in the end. Hey, asshead, welcome. Did you just come in? I've been looking. Oh my god, did asshead leave too? Asshead is over here on my pill.net stream. Um, I don't know how to share my screen. Hold on. Yes, I do. Hold on. Filled. It's this one right here. Bam. Oh, hi. Welcome. Okay. I've got you pulled up on my thingy-mabob so people can see you're also chatting. But we're over here asking Ask Sage anything. So if you have any questions, uh, mm, no, no, let's not infight. Let's not infight. Let's ask me your next question, drunken wizard. I think I'm out of coffee. Oh, hi Chops, welcome. Just lurking and learning the channel. Okay, so we are starting. 1 second, I'll show you. 1 minute. My mouse quit working for a second. Okay. We are getting ready to read. I don't know how to get it where you can see it. The Ethiopian Bible. These are the books that, okay, these are some of the books that King James removed from the Bible. They were hiding in Ethiopia. And these are just some of the books. Apparently, there's like 1,000 books. These are only some of them because I got the $18 version. So these are some of them. But we're also getting our hands on the Catholic Bible, which has more of the lost books in it. So right now, so right now, we're just going to focus on the Ethiopian Bible. I did not read very much of it today because I was starting at a new time. I was going to start like 9:30 because I'm supposed to be in bed earlier, and also a lot of people that watch me cannot watch me that late. So I thought maybe we could do it earlier. But we are going to be reading the Ethiopian Bible starting tomorrow. So, um that's what we're going to be doing. So if anybody's got any questions or whatever, cuz that's what we're doing right now, we're just fucking off just asking the sage random questions. Oh, and I'm your super stone sage. I am Nikki K the Great. Well, I'm also the saint of awesome. I am the saint of awesome. Yours super stone sage. Saint Nikki K the Great. Yeah. Oh, and I'm also known as the ghetto redneck Bible lady because I am ghetto and or redneck. No, I and redneck. I have stray raccoons, so that probably makes me a redneck. So anyway, if you have any questions, about anything, I will gladly answer them. I'm here for a short while longer. And Wizard and my cousin are over on YouTube. What does this say? Appeal to authority is another big one. Oh, I don't even know what you're saying. Hold on. Love you, Sage. Yeah. We are okay. Appeal to authority. What are we appealing to authority for? We don't appeal to authority ever. We appeal to our lawyer. Don't, don't appeal to authority. Appeal to your lawyer. And does anybody want to smoke this joint with me? I mean, Preacher's mom, she brought me this stash box or whatever, and it came with this little one hitter on it. It's got this little tip. This is the most amazing thing. I've been smoking joints out of it. I'm about to go to bed. Okay. Well, anyway, I was just fucking around about the appeal to a lawyer. I don't know what you were talking about, but you should always appeal to a lawyer. Oh, look, there's stickers. I can't see that. I don't know what that is. Damn, I can't see that far. Definitely smell weed in here. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely weed in here. I got a whole problem. Oh no. Let's smoke and pray. What? Are we praying? Okay. Well, does everybody want to pray? What are we praying for? My early stickers got me labeled the king of small print. Okay. Well, keep in mind, I am a lot blind with a lot of brain injuries. I can't see that small. I'm talking about common logical fallacy, which means faulty logic. Oh, I have faulty logic all the time. Yeah, you should see me try to anti preach. No, I'm just kidding. You see it all the time. I have loads of faulty logic. Good night, cousin. I love you. This is my cousin, the mad preacher. Shit, what's happening? Why can't I see this? Oh, out of whack. Yes. I always say I'm happy as a loon on crack, man. Yeah. Are those stickers everybody can use? Don't do a lot of naked girls. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, there's pictures of a lot of naked girls. There's like stickers of naked girls. I would prefer if you only did a little bit of naked girls. Because this is a God channel and stuff. God don't really enjoy naked girls. But I don't know if those stickers go everywhere or just on like the rap chats or whatever where they do music. But make all the stickers you want. Can you make a sheep sticker? Like I'm I'm a sheep dressed like a wolf. And Severe made me one for my channel, but I don't know how to make a sticker. Can you make one of a sheep? Naked women. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that, you gotta have all naked girls all the time. Because then I'll learn how to make stickers of naked men. And then we'll just have, see who has the bigger boobs or the bigger penis. We could just do all sorts of crazy shit, but I prefer not to do that. And in all actuality, God did prefer us to be naked, but he also preferred us being meta beings, not human at all, but like meta ghostly type things, you know? We weren't human in the sense we are now. Well, they weren't human in the sense that we are now. They were something different. Because remember, after they ate that fruit, then God sewed the skin suits on. Then he put the outfits on them. They were something before they had skin. They were like meta beings or something. Sage, I must make my leave. Say a prayer for me and my family. Okay, okay, but I'm really bad at it. I, I'm better at anti-preaching, but I'll pray for you. Fine. Okay. So, big guy, we know you're awesome. And Drunken Wizard knows you're awesome, even when he's not drunk or a wizard. He is a good guy. And he has a lot of pretty wives. Even the one that hates me, she's probably the prettiest, even without makeup. But, they have their troubles. And you should please help them in their trouble because it would be the right thing to do. Amen. Yeah, my prayers suck, dude. I'm sure God's like, what the fuck are you even doing? Okay, let me come back over here. See, this doesn't work very well. I don't know what's happening. Pilled has rules. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know how those channels get like the girls in the bikinis and stuff. Okay. Well, the rap channel has the girls in the bikinis or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know. But I trust you to make stickers over here. They could be kind of racy, but never mind. Forget I even said anything because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm tired and high, and I have not had a very good day. I've been in and out of consciousness for a little while, but I'm okay now, I think. You know, I can't see very good, but I think I'm doing okay. And have you guys met God? Have you met him yet? Yes, That's exactly what I'm saying. Please don't push the envelope because I am an envelope pusher, but not for that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, have you met God? Because you can meet God. Look, I'll show you. Are you ready? Well, I haven't even given you a chance to answer. Unlike Miss Happy Hands over here, I'll smoke a cigarette. But you can meet God because God is amazing and he has a hell of a personality. Like a hell of a personality. And he is ADHD. They don't make God sized Prozac. So he's a little hard to handle sometimes. And he gets mad at places that really didn't do anything. And he has a Tommy gun of fury. And when he pulls that thing out, he empties the clip. Like, he just never relents. When he pulls out that Tommy gun of fury, everybody's in trouble. No, 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 no. You cannot get fat and happy. You cannot. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Sure can't. You cannot get fat and happy. Are you going to bed, drunken wizard? I can't even see if you chatted back or not. I can't see that. Hold on. Did it? Oh, it did something. Good night. Good night, drunken wizard. I love you so much. You are amazing. You are amazing. And thank you for all those questions. And tell your wife, the pretty one that hates me, that don't hate me. I'm not a communist. I'm a godunist. I think that's what they call it. Okay. Something's happening. Okay. Okay. So I think everybody is off of YouTube. So what about here, over here on the pilled? Oh, well, what about you here over in the foxhole? What's on your mind? Or did you leave me? Did I say something wrong? Damn it. I'm always saying something wrong. Man, I can clear a room without even clearing a room. I'm so awesome. Nobody wants to be my friend. I'm mostly just kidding. A lot of people want to be my friend until they meet me in person. Then they're like, I don't know. Well, but what's happening over here? Oh, name 77. I think I know who that is. I think I know who that is. Somebody's giving me drive-by pills. So I've got a young. Oh, it's okay. And young kids bouncing off the walls. Look, that is a real thing that I have never been through. Although I have a lot of kids, I've never been through that. But I heard that it is really hard, really terrible. I know that makes me sound like such a bad person, and I am such a bad person, but I've heard about these things. They are really bad. And man, I don't know what I would do if I had to have another tiny baby. Man, the baby work was hard. I had my kids till they were babies. Well, while they were babies. That shit was hard. Although Dustin did most of the work. And also, um, Chops. Can I just call you Chops? Because I can't read that last part. Chops TMC. Yeah, can I just call you Chops? Because that's way easier for me. Well, I guess it didn't matter if it's easy for me, but Chops TMC. I'm going to start going live at about 9:30 in the afternoon. No, 9:30 at night, right after I take my medication and talk to my dad. I was going to start going live at about 9:30 p.m. So, and also tomorrow we'll be starting a new Bible, and I don't think we're going to have a lot of God voice because it's not written like an actual Bible, like the Bible. It well, it is kind of written like the old English Bible, but I it's written different. Oh, okay. Chops is fine. Thank you. Thank you. Is TMC like the Marine Corps? Yeah. In my mind, that's what it means. It probably. Oh, is it Lieutenant MC? Oh, that's even fancier. Congratulations. I That lieutenant is high, right? Never mind. I'm gonna quit guessing what shit means because I'm really bad at it. But is giant Iron Thunder? Oh, that's an I. Iron Thunder Motorcycle Club. Oh, that means you're a badass. Oh, fuck yeah. So you're a badass. Look, I got so many different kind of people watching my channel. That's fucking awesome. A badass watches my channel. Mm, that makes me feel special. I don't even know if you're ever going to watch my channel again, but it's glad to know there was a badass that watched my channel. Because motorcycle people, they are not punks. And they can wear leather and look real good in it. When I wear a leather coat, it's like I'm wearing Andre the Giant's jacket. But I did get my leather coat from somebody that's like 12 times bigger than me. But anyway, there was no reason to say that. But I said it. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I'm ADD, God's ADD. They don't make God-sized Prozac. So he's always flipping the fuck out. And I really hope this Bible gets him flipping the fuck out because God has such a personality. You have no idea. Do you want to meet God? Yeah. And you don't even have to die to meet God. Well, I mean, to meet him to his face, you would have to die. But He comes here and hangs out in the party pen, and I can introduce you. Yeah, I have a lot of brain injuries. I think I can talk to God. So, we're going to have fun with it. Well, I don't know, man. Why is this on such a delay? I don't know. I want to introduce you to God. So I'm going to.
Hi, it's me, God, and God voice. Welcome. Yeah, my name is God and God voice. I'm completely out of my fucking mind, and they don't make God-sized Prozac. So I have like ADHD, ADD, triple antibiotic ointment. Yeah, I have all that. Yup, I do. And sometimes, these terrible ass people are my girlfriend. And every once in a while, I gotta grab her by her hair and pull her back into the house and punch her in the nose. And then, when the other countries laugh, I pull out my Tommy gun of fury and I bust that ass. Ask Ethiopia. They say my Bible because I busted that ass for laughing. I didn't like that. It's very disrespectful to my girlfriend that's not my girlfriend, that will be my girlfriend again because I'm God. I am a marshmallow. Only for these people, though. Everybody else can get fucked. But these people are all right by me until they're not all right by me. But anyway, I digest all that I just said because I'm very codependent. I need these people for my own survival. Yeah. So it's very important. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's me, God and God voice. And I'm not really sorry because you need to know what's happening or else you're never going to catch up. So I'm telling you, uh, oh, and we're going to have fun in this book. I can already see it. Oh, oh man.
Oh, what's happening? Okay. Glad you can meet God. I- oh, yeah. I don't even. That 1% shit is good with me because I am also 1%. I am the 1% of people that believe the New Testament is bullshit. So don't even feel bad. I am also 1%, just in a good way. I'm the 1% of, well, actually, I'm 0.000000001% of 1%. So don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna ask. I I've already been invited to Maine to be electrocuted by a hamburger. Although that that is not even what happened, but that's what I envision happening. Because Chris is a little weirdo. He does things with electronics that he cannot talk about, he says. So, Like he works with electricity. There's a lot of weird people in my chat. That's why we're called the weirdos. We're super weirdos of the flock. We are super black sheep. We don't fit in nowhere but right here. No, and I would never ask that because, well, I don't want to be asked questions about things I can't understand or don't understand. So I totally get it. Asking questions. Well, I can understand why asking questions pisses people off because sometimes the just questions don't need to be asked. Although, uh, now if you had tattoos and show me your tattoos, I would ask you what every single one of them meant. Because I've accidentally done that before in the weed store full of black people to a white supremacist who had all these great tattoos. And then I was asking about them, and they said, "Oh, I'm an Odinite." And then Dustin, he pulled me away and was like, "Do not ask white supremacists questions like that in a room full of black people." I was like, "Oh shit." He said he was an Odinite. And Dustin was like, "All of them say that." So, yeah, and then there was this one time I told this black lady her butt looked really nice in these pants. And she proceeded to tell me, good, because I was up all night doing cocaine. Yeah, that was a great time. uh, doesn't get so mad at me for things like that. So don't worry. I don't know why I just said all that to you, but I did. What kind of music do you listen to? Heavy metal? Because I listen to heavy metal. It is my fucking favorite. Yeah. Like some 6 Feet Under, some Cannibal Corpse, Typo Negative. Oh, and ICP. But they're not metal. Well, they're hardcore, horrorcore rap. Yeah. But it's amazing because it's hardcore. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. But anyway, your kiddo's probably running around all over the place because kids do that kind of shit, apparently. But I don't know. Okay. So I guess I am going to see. I don't want to leave without anybody saying goodnight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodnight. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to tell you, like and subscribe, and then give your pillows some head. Put some lipstick on, put a ring on it, get it all over your face, and then give your sheets the best ass in the entire world and have the sweetest dreams on the entire planet. I love you so much. Even you, Chops, I love you for coming in. Asshead, if you're still here, I also love you. You have come since you have found my channel almost every day. So I appreciate that. And thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll subscribe back. Whether you're on Pilled or Facebook, I'll subscribe back because I'm awesome like that. And don't forget to give me drive-by pills and likes. Thank you so much. Chops, I don't want to say goodnight with, well, I guess if I say goodnight, that means that we say goodnight. But see, I don't want to say goodnight and then you didn't get to say goodnight and then you're like, bitch, did you say goodnight? Yeah, because that is a real thing I think about for no reason. Man, okay. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay. So anyway, good night. Good night, Chops. I imagined you said good night because I know your kid's running around. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. I forget everybody has a life outside of me. So I got main character syndrome. It's a real problem. Anyway, good night.